Alright, so this is a review for the Topfort 10-piece spoon kit. These are essentially a Kastmaster knockoff. They come in a pack of 10 with 2 colors. I believe there's 3 sizes. I've already used one and it's actually still on my rod right now. I caught a fish with it. It's March, so that's a good sign that if I can catch a bass in March on one of these spoons, that I'm probably going to catch a lot more fish on them throughout the year. We've got a gold one and silver, and if we look at these, you can see they're really heavy duty, big heavy pieces of metal, so they're really easy to cast really far, but they do flutter down really slow still. So you're actually able to work them incredibly slowly in the water. I've never used the Kastmaster versions, but the price difference here, these come in a 10-pack for $11.99, as where the Kastmaster versions come in a 6-pack for $20. So these are certainly the budget-friendly option. These are good solid hooks. I was snagging them up on rocks and bouncing them off of heavy cover without issues. These split rings are nice and heavy duty. You can't really mess up this hunk of metal. It's just a big hunk of metal. But it comes in the 2 colors. Solid made, quality hooks. It's a Chinese off-brand thing. But bang for your buck wise, I'd buy these over the Kastmasters probably. I'll probably get myself an actual Kastmaster brand one or two to do a comparison, but I'm pretty impressed with these so far. The action, the ability to cast them far, the ability to move them slowly without hitting bottom, and that flutter that they get really seems to work really well. They actually sent me these to test out, and I'm really glad they did, because right the week before they sent me these, I started catching fish on spoons, and I started losing spoons, and I was getting really low on spoons. And the problem that I was having was, like, these big spoons were about the right size for casting where I wanted to, but the water depth was actually reasonably shallow in the hole that I'm targeting, and I was getting hung up and losing a lot of them. So when I started throwing these guys, I wasn't having that problem with hanging up on the bottom, because they're not quite as big. Weight wise, they're actually probably pretty similar, but because of the way they kind of shimmer down, they don't drop to the bottom quite as quick, and I think that's kind of one of the key things that makes these a popular choice among spoon fishermen. But it's definitely less likely to get hung up in rocks and logs and stuff than a more traditional larger size spoon.
Ooh, yeah. Keep them off these sticks I got over here. There you go. It's not that big. It felt big the way it hit. Alright. It's not a bad smallie. I just caught this on my Topfort spoon with a twister tail trailer. He had that good too. It's got all those hooks in there. Let's see. There's my second smallie for today. Not bad. It's got a little leech inside of his mouth there. It doesn't want to come off. I guess I'll leave it there. He'll probably eat it eventually.